always miss the people I break up with. Need to learn to aim better with my bow.
If we see Braith, she better be ready for a falcon punch from me. Annoying little brat.
So, how many innocent creatures had to die?
Pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him. Thanks. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
These soldier, was it? Brings you to me.
I'm here to let you.
Only Miss Bob, that kind of thing.
Battleborn, give me your money.
I don't have any money.
You better give me 5 septims right now or I'm gonna bloody your nose.
No, please. I really don't have any money, Brave. I'll give you 10 septims tomorrow. Just don't hit me.
10 septims tomorrow, baby Battleborn, or I'm gonna bloody your nose and your lip.
Did you feel that? It feels like hunger. By the way, isn't it time for dinner yet?
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe 2 good men. I won't stop.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Saphir! Wait, You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. My Saphir doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room. I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun Guards or maybe hire the Companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. If you find... sword, please, bring it to me.
Yes. Lead the way.
Feel better already.
It is so great.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
Tell me, do you believe in mighty Arche, god of life and death? Well, as I said, Arche is the god of life and death. You'll find his temples and halls of the dead all across Tamriel. Priests of Arche, such as myself, perform rites for the dead and sometimes console the bereaved. We also keep a constant vigil against those who practice the vile arts of necromancy. I asked the question because I was hoping you might be able to help me recover something I've lost. My amulet of Arche. It's the source of my divine powers and also a sacred badge of office. I misplaced it in the catacombs. I'd look for it, but I have been hearing noises down there. I fear the dead have become restless. Without that amulet, I'm powerless to confront them. Would you be willing to search for it? I'll just wait here and make sure nothing foul escapes the catacombs. The blessing of Arche be upon you.
Dragonborn again. Maybe I should just delete the Dragonborn loses.
Hello, baby. Skyrim, Skyrim, rar.
spend so much time among the dead, I sometimes forget how much I miss the company of the living. Oh, thank Archay! Please, take this gold for your troubles. The blessing of Archay be upon you.
Take pity, lady, and spare me a few seconds. I ain't done nothing. Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost sober. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on. Argonian ale. I can almost taste it. Well, that all depends on you now, doesn't it? Sure, whatever.
For I love you. I love, even as man, great power, change. For he saw in each of us, the future of Skyrim, the future of Tamriel.
Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel.
Take pity, lady, and spare me a few seconds.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drink, and warm bed.
Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel.
Let's not waste any time.
Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel.
If it's work you need, how about chopping up some wood for the fires? Need anything else? Just let me know.
That is close enough. You are no guard, and there has been no disturbance as of yet, nor do you bring any food or drink with you. In some ways, perhaps. You have the bearing of a traveler, and should know best of all those here that it pays to remain wary, lest the arrow find its mark. It would seem so. Tell me, stranger, what brings you
Welcome
here?
to my
There are
channel.
better pickings for conversation
Welcome to my
than I,
channel.
nor do I have much coin to spare. Indeed, you are the first I've spoken with in some time that hasn't immediately asked about the hood covering my eyes. Do not falter. In truth, there is not much to tell. I can no longer see as you do. Yes, your sympathies are well-meaning, but unwarranted. It is not such a terrible thing. The loss of one sense enhances the others. There is work for many in these lands, mercenaries most of all. And there are worse fates than to die on the battlefield. Of a sort. Not at the moment. But your own travels must have shown that there is always more to be done. Why do you ask? I admit, there is something intriguing about you. A strength of character that I have not felt in many years. But there are plenty of hirelings around here. Why take a risk on a blind woman, of all things? Very well. I am Eris, the last standing among many. So long as you respect this arrangement, our fates will remain bound, and I will do what I can to assist. These are strange days for your people, Nordling, and for this land. The honor is mine. This place is more welcoming than most. A small comfort from... road.
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Welcome to my channel.
And what of my
Welcome to
son?
my channel.
What of Thorald? Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side, and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I will never accept
The finest
his death.
cuts, fresh from the
My
wilds.
son still lives. I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorald?
Tired of bread and stew?
Do
Had
you
enough of
believe
fish and
this
fowl?
old...
Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut of steak
Holding
or a
him?
tender rack of ribs.
Why, I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner. Face it, coward. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here.
Is so very heroic, giving no regard to his followers' loudly grumbling stomach or need for sleep.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a tea mug around here somewhere.
If it's work you're looking for, Hulda's the one to talk to. Now please, no more questions.
I ain't done nothing. Well, would you look at that? Argonian ale. My thanks, friend. Here, take this here healing potion. I found it
Enough
in
of
the
fish and
temple.
fowl? Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut of steak or a tender rack of ribs.
Not anymore, thanks to you, friend. Sure, whatever.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
We, your unworthy servants, give praise, for only through your grace and mercy may we truly reach
Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. 9 raiders from Wislan have joined.
Welcome to my channel.
Welcome to my channel. Thanks for raid.
Welcome to my channel.
Welcome to my channel. Lovely character.
Have you seen that wimpy kid around Whiterun? Can you believe he gets picked on by a little girl? I feel like joining in, but
Thank you, Tilda.
his parents would be pleased.
Enjoy the rest of your stream.
Yes? I'm glad we're friends. I have something for you. Here. What do you need, my friend? Lead the way.
Where's the dragon? My manual said that there was a dragon captured. Oh,
I've got your
that was
back.
in the first era.
I'll head back home if you need me.
I wish they had that Guts follower in SE. That armor set was my favorite.
Lead the way. I'm right behind you.
I wish too.
I'll head back home if you need me.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward. From Adrian? Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. Ah, splendid. Our fine city has a proud history, and I'm happy to share what I know. The history of Whiterun begins with Jorrvaskr, the Hall of the Companions. For a long time, it was the only building on the mountain. As time passed, a thriving community sprang up around Jorrvaskr, as was common with mead halls. Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skyrim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest city in all the holds. That is an old tale, but well known to those of us who serve in the keep. Long ago, there lived a mighty hero of the Nords, Olaf One-Eye. Olaf did battle with a fearsome dragon named Numenex. The struggle between Olaf and the dragon culminated in a mighty duel atop Mount Anthor, with Olaf the victor. Olaf returned in triumph to Whiterun. By his decree, the city's keep was rebuilt as a prison
Welcome
for
to my
Numenex.
channel.
And so, from that
Welcome
time
to my
until
channel.
this, our great keep has been called Dragon's Reach. Well, there are 3 of them, arranged in 3 tiers, as you may have noticed. The Plains District is so named because it's the closest
Welcome
of the
to
3
my
to the
channel.
plains that surround the city.
Welcome to my channel.
The inn and marketplace are found there. Most of the city's residents live in the Wind District,
which is the middle of the three. Dragon's Reach occupies the highest, which we call the Cloud District. From here, the Jarl can see all that goes on within his city. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Need something? Lead the way. Still here. I'll head back home if you need me.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the Great Warriors? Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day. Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the Great Warriors?
I see there are now two double-spawned children in this
I
world.
had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this. You know, if you've got... Yeah. The two. You should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. Take a look. As long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right? Mix a couple of ingredients together, see what happens. A little wheat and blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know. We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too. Come back anytime if you need a remedy. Fine potion you've put together. You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content.
Dragonborn, does whatever a dragon can. Well, I don't think flying. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare.
Are those two at it again?
Watch the eyes.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. But we can overcome.
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me. A stranger comes to our hall. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting her.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorgvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference.
Imagine if
What
I
matters
was
is
Dragonborn.
their heart.
The term
And their
shouting
eye.
would take on an
Of
entirely
course.
new meaning.
How are you in battle, girl? That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that. Vilkas, take her out to the yard and see what she can do.
Aye.
And here is the legendary Yorbasker. So, let me get this straight. It's basically an upside-down boat?
The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
Shot!
I'll let you come and look. The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do it.
Can you not see
Just
where you
have
are
a few
going?
swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
How's the newcomer look?
Not bad.
Where are you going?
Not bad. Next time won't be so easy. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood.
Welcome
So you
to
do
my
what we
channel.
tell you. Here's
Welcome to my
sword.
channel.
Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
What brings you here? I'm guessing you're the newcomer then. That attitude would get you far, if you were some stuffy merchant or a Jarl's footstool. Around here, you'll want to learn to live your own life. Remember, nobody rules anybody in the Companions. I have a favor to ask. I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me. Well done.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker. Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Good to see you made it up here.
You know this one? I saw her training in the yard with Bill.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkas catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilkas in a real fight? Ah, a woman who lets her actions speak for her. I knew there was something I liked about you. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas. Did you call me?
Of course we did, Ice Brain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood? Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me. Skyrim and Ayala like to tease me, but they're good people. They challenge us to be our best. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired. Thelma will keep the place clean. She always has. Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes. I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. Alright, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you. Come to me or Ayala if you're looking for work. Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkas might have things for you to do. Good luck. Welcome to the company.
You know, I like to roleplay. But no, not like that. Me like standing on a mud trap that
Come
goes
to
around
me with
things.
questions. I know our history almost as well as Vignar by now.
You should try it.
Except I can remember it.
Although pinching bottoms is quite fun too.
We've received a desperate missive. A citizen of Whiterun has been kidnapped. The companions have been asked for assistance, and we shall answer. Particularly when the pay is as good as this. Get moving. I shudder to think what might happen if you're too late.
Careful! I almost dropped all the files.
Talos the mighty, Talos the unerring, Talos the unassailable. To you we give praise. We are unmanned, riding in the... You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Hello, my friend. If you seek knowledge about mighty Talos, you have most certainly come to the right person. In mortal life, Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched tactical skill, limitless wisdom, and the power to see into men's hearts. Talos mastered the power of the voice, and with it he united the lands of men into a great empire. In southern lands, he was known by the name Tiber's Septon. Here in Skyrim, we honor him by his proper Nord name. So great was his reign in life. When he ascended to the heavens, he was made Lord of the Divines. If you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject. Because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right, I said coward! Oh yes, he agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it the White Gold Concordat. Well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here, and in Skyrim, we will never forsake mighty Talos. Let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His word is upon my lips, his voice in my throat. But you were once man, aye, and as man you said, "Let me show you the power of Talos Storm Crown, born of the North, where my breath is long winter. I breathe now."
It's a shame, isn't it? This is the Gildergreen. It was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kynareth could sense something holy in it, and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. They built the temple. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal. Eldergleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. To even affect it, you have to tap into the old magic. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about a weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kynareth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
Against its own people!
Is it me, or are the priests in Skyrim all perverts? I said I had injured my leg, and one of them told me to remove my clothes, so he could use his healing hands on me. Needless to say, he needed a bit of healing himself after that.
You wish to see under my hood. I can
Lead the
assure
way.
you will not like what you find.
I've got your back. I'll head back home if you need me.
Yeah? You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
That preacher
Well, let's not waste any time.
in his life and a bit more shutting up. Does he ever take a break?
You've been seen in the company of the companions. That's an honor.
WOOOOW nice cat.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
Need a ride? Where
오늘
do you want to go?
Northern Road.
바지 추가돼서 무거워졌을 텐데.
라.
닭배
Sit
버티네.
back and enjoy the ride.
Mo 1.
으로 돌아간 거랑. 그것 때문에 모두 한 개 뱉는데. 그거랑 연관이 있었나?
Record. Calling in. No, not yet. I know, we're on it, but... Alright, recording.
Need a ride?
Solitude's been the capital of Skyrim as long as I can remember. Most of the High Kings of Skyrim were Jarls of Solitude first. Well, let's see, what else? The Bard's College is here, and the main office of the East Empire Company. If you need it, you can get a room for a fair price at the Winking Skeever, just inside the main gate.
Mm-hmm.
크래시 픽스가 2시간 정도만 버텨줘도 좋겠는데요.
How many innocent creatures have you died to make your outfit, I wonder? Or was you like there anyway?
All right, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish. And I guess that's your last request, fool.
Shut!
말 끝난 지 얼마나 됐다고. 두 시간은 못 버티는구먼 기윽.
Have you met my husband? Well, don't bother. He's a drunk. He promised me, swore on his ancestors that he'd give up the mead. And what do I find out? He's been stashing drink in a cave nearby. He even has some wolves guarding it. I swear, I should just cut out his tongue. That would be the end of it. If you want to try, but I'll keep my dagger sharpened just in case. You can help yourself to any drink you find, but bring me the bottle of Dragon's Breath mead. It's his favorite, so I know he has one there. Until next time.
You're pretty good at using a weapon with both hands. Then again, I heard you only like handling big weapons. healing? Get it? Healing. You know, like killing the deeds.
Standard 5D66. Dracula has spotted the enemy and has started spreading towards... hey! Hey, wait for me! Alright, that was good enough.
that lazy man. Stendar's mercy to you. If my Horgir doesn't give up the mead this time, I'll hit him over the head with it. Here, for your trouble. All right, then.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over. Hmm?
Lead the way.
Mind you don't forget to sweep up, Julianne. The floor's looking a bit dusty.
I'm right behind you.
Few would dare to start a scuffle here.
I'll
Yet
head back
you're
home
just
if you
only
need
a
me.
few steps away.
You'll make a fine innkeeper someday.
If the nine are willing.
I am at peace. Come, meet your death.
You're making me angry.
Enjoy your last.
I'm getting out of here.
You are overconfident indeed, if you seriously think to win this.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Sit back and enjoy the ride.
horses and carriages in Skyrim. I know the pain of having your two
Oh, pardon
legs
me.
be the
Was
only
I in your
one
way?
traveling through barren wasteland.
Sometimes the difference between life and death is a swift steed.
Need a ride? It's an old city, I can tell you that. The Palace of the Kings is ancient. It's not the friendliest place for outsiders. The Dark Elves were all forced to live in a slum called the Grey Quarter. The Argonians can't even live inside the walls. They're all stuck out on the docks. Still, Candlehearth Hall's got decent food and cheap bunks. And you could do worse. See ya.
Horses, all day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
An interesting first impression of the city and its people. He is not the first
Do
to
you
see
hate the
the
Dark
target,
Elves?
but
Are you here to
I'm
bully
not
us and tell us to
only
leave?
either.
You've come to the wrong city then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you. Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one. Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying. Until next time.
Welcome to my channel.
Welcome to my channel.
Damn it. All this walking is giving me a front wedgie. Oh, I said that out loud, didn't I?
You septums ain't nothing. You can spare that, can't you?
Hold it there. Keep your distance. Another girl killed. This is Susanna, from Candlehearth Hall. Served me a drink just a few nights ago, but I can't say I knew her. Susanna's the third. It's always the same. Young girl killed at night, body torn up. We're stretched thin as it is with the war. Nobody has the time to spend on this. Not pleasant, but it's the truth. If you want to help, ask some of these gawkers if they saw anything useful. I'm going to examine the body before the rats can get to it.
Divine smile on those mercy and charity. Another one. Terrible. I heard a scream and came running, but she was already like this when I got here.
This is a shame.
Septums ain't nothing.
No, sorry. But I did notice that her coin purse was still intact, so whoever did this wasn't after gold. I'm going to keep preparing the body, if you'll excuse me.
Always sad when someone has to die. Sorry, I thought I saw a fellow running away, but didn't get a good look at him.
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brotherhood. But who's going to stop him? Me? I'll have no part of that.
That's something to...
Just like always, nobody saw anything useful. The bastards escaped again.
I ain't asking for much. Just a few
Look,
seconds.
friend. If you think you can do better than the Legion of Guards, be my guest. You'll need to talk to the steward, though. We can't just let anyone go around claiming to be an official business. If he's willing, then we'll talk.
Spare
I don't know why anyone would want to live here. It's so cold that it makes Whiterun seem like a tropical paradise. Not to mention the people here seem very bitter.
Then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar. Always with the nonsense. No, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine, then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child. Wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right. I knew it. He's trying to have somebody killed.
All right.
Let's
I
get
won't
going.
deny it, child.
Huh?
What you heard is true. But Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need.
Do you know my father? He's really important. He even talks to the Jarl sometimes. His name is Torsten Krulsi. He's really rich, because he owns a farm called Hollyfrost. He told me once that he wanted me to grow up and be a sailor, because that's where all our family names come from. But I don't want to be a sailor or a farmer. I want to be a warrior, the strongest one ever. All right then.
I try to keep Grimvar safe, but these are dangerous times. Yes, it is quite sad. A young boy, Aventus Aretino, lost his mother recently and was sent to an orphanage. But he has returned home, and people have heard strange chanting. They say it's the Black Sacrament, the ritual to contact the Dark Brotherhood. Why a little boy would want to contact a group of murderers is
Give me a
beyond
D.
me.
Give me an R.
He is inviting
Give me an
evil
A.
into this city.
Dragonborn. Go
Safe travels.
Dragonborn. Woo. What? You're looking at me like you've never heard that cheer before.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the
So,
fire
is
and
it
I'll send
true what
someone
they
over.
sing about you? Perhaps you could show me what really happens when
I'm a
dragon
writer
born
by
comes?
trade. Not that the people of Skyrim do much reading. I write drama, friend. The legends and history of Skyrim made to excite and inspire. Poor Gerard Germain at the Bard's College has been waiting for my latest work, Olaf and the Dragon, for weeks now. Roads are a mess. You're sure? When you see Gerard, ask for a tip. I'm sure he'll be in a good mood after reading this. May you lose yourself in the pages of a good book.
This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Working in Wendhelm is great. I get to see Ulfric up close. Every Nord should admire Ulfric. He fights for all of us. In fact, he's the reason I chose to learn the smithing trade. I want to make weapons and armor for the great Stormcloak army. Smithing isn't the most exciting thing for me, but we all have to lend a hand as best we can. If a Stormcloak uses one of my swords to strike down an Imperial soldier, then I've done my part to free our land. A word of advice, don't buy discounted armor.
People think women are paying for trying to look good. Just because men are
Such a
lazy
wet
and
blanket,
don't even
Captain.
bother having
Can't a girl have a
watch,
little fun
doesn't mean
from
we
time
are
to time?
vain.
I'll be fine.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
I can... just...
You see, you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Now, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now. I'm so close to the answer. Just a man's life work is all. I finally derived the location of the white file, but this doting busybody won't let me get it. You would do that? It's good to know there are some people out there who are willing to help an old man. It's buried with its maker, Corral Mill, in a long-forsaken cave to the west of here. Corral Mill was a crafty one, even in death. You would need the skills of a master alchemist to reach its resting place. Luckily for you, I've already made the mixture. Here, take it. Please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here. A legendary bottle, forged in the days when Skyrim was just starting its turn to ice. A small container made of the magically infused snow that first fell on the throat of the world. It is said that the file will replenish whatever fluid is placed inside of it. For an alchemist like myself, it is the most pure expression of my art. To create from nothingness is poetry. I've spent my entire life searching for it. It brought me all the way to these frozen reaches from the warm embrace of Somerset Isle. Entire years spent in libraries, seeking out tiny villages with local legends that contain but a whisper of a hint of the file. I even named my shop after it, hoping that it might attract anyone who had heard of it. And now it's within my grasp. But the Eight, it seems, have chosen me for their amusement. For in my current condition, I'll never be able to lay my hands on it. Why are you still standing around here? Go get me the file.
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him. Are you kidding? I came all the way from Cyrodiil just to work with him. He's not the best teacher, but just watching him, I've learned so much.
Loiterers, if that's what you're here to
It doesn't matter what I believe. Norelian does. And it might be the only thing keeping him alive right now. I'd better get going.
Lady, would you like to buy some flowers? Please? Not much, but I hope you like them. They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do?
As a foreigner, that hates anyone else but their own kind.
Stop by again.
I'm out.
Skyrim isn't very friendly for Argonians, so we mostly just keep out of the way. Oh yes, after all, what's the point in being miserable all the time? I know life on the docks isn't easy. Sometimes life puts you in difficult circumstances you didn't choose. But being happy or unhappy is a choice you make, and I've chosen to make the best of things that I can. From Scully, so she's doing all right. Elgin, that's quite the journey for a hatchling like her. Thank you. Here, would you bring this back to her? Shavi knows the dock doesn't look nice, but fresh air is good for the gills. I enjoyed our talk.
Yes? Good day.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner.
I'm waiting. Let's not waste any time.
I'd appreciate it if you don't bother my wife, Tova. She's still in mourning. Our little girl died recently. I've been shouldering my days with strong mead, but nothing gives my Tova peace. I've been looking for an amulet of RK to remind my wife that our child is with the gods now, but I can't find one. Thank you. Please forgive my mood. I'm still coming to terms with my daughter's death.
I made my fortune as a sea captain, but now I'm retired. Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck. There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelsea see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent. Terrible shame that. Seems we have a killer on the loose here in Windhelm. He's claimed 3 victims that I know of, though maybe there's more that haven't been found yet. All lovely ladies, too. Let's hope the gods find that demon soon and introduce
Salvador
him to the
XX.
Jax.
Thanks for following.
Fair winds and calm seas. The townsfolk call me captain, because I used to be a sailor. If you're looking to pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall. It was a pleasure to talk to someone so interesting.
To receive the blessing of Talos, you have only to pray at the altar. Talos, who in life was known as Tiber Septim, united Tamriel and founded the Empire. He was rewarded for his deeds by being joined with the Divines in eternal glory, the only mortal to do so. We worship him that we might follow in his path. We can't literally join him in the heavens, but we may do our best to know them here on Nirn. Like anyone, a crisis will push them towards devotion. I've been seeing a lot of the Shatter Shields since they lost their daughter. Hilevi Cruelty comes in a lot, but I haven't seen her husband here in years. Ulfric prays for strength. I speak to Captain Lonelygale, but he doesn't spend much time here. Too busy. The Empire's elven puppet masters never cared much for the idea of a human becoming a divine, so the worship of Talos is outlawed. Skyrim doesn't take kindly to being told what to do. And to try and forget Talos, well, they may as well ordered us all to cut off our ears. Blessings of Talos be upon you.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything.
Miguel Salvador. Thanks for following.
프리즘인가? 슬슬 방종하야겠다 뀨.
Come on in. Jump. Take a seat and get the cold out.
La da da, la da da, la da da, la la la.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or... Take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.